today is the sixth sessions for the road network assignment of public transport OD matrices. Then there, yes, and currently now I show in the draft program for the CD sessions, and there, but today is the so-called officially last session. Now, and currently it's optional. However, in the via the feedback sessions for the previous series of the capacity development program, so there are large demand about the public transport, demand forecastings of the public transport OD matrices and the road network assignment. So that I prepared these sessions for today. And there are some additional sessions depend on utilizing the T forecast, which is developed by the UP, NCTS, and the other it's the joint ventures. And currently I received the draft of the T forecast, and if there is some demand or needs, and I will review their T forecast and give some explanations. However, the detailed explanation shall be conducted by the consultant, who developed the T forecast, I suppose. Anyways, the studies the capacity development sessions we have conducted 6 times, and today's session might be the last one. Then in the first part, is regarding the demand analysis method as a part of the public transport plannings. And the differences is the Japanese cases. So there are how the demand analysis is utilized for the public transport planning field. Then this is previously showed these pages about how to identify their local problems and local issues in terms of the public transport plannings. Then to consider there is a 3 parts of the methodologies. First one is compare the current regional situations and travel characteristics and needs with the current state of public transport. Based on this process, it will go to the second is identify the problems, explore a gap between the demand and the supply. And the third one is to consider the issues and the countermeasures. This is a basic flow of the public transport plannings. Then I would like you to check about the highlighted sections, the travel characteristics and the needs. Is there such kind of items also can be important for identify the local problems and the issues in terms of the public transport planning. Then this is the extracted from the Japanese local public transport plannings planning manuals. Then there are in general there are so-called 4 methodologies to identify, to analyze the public transport demand. Then the future public transport planning should not rely only on current conditions, and the local government should estimate the future mobility needs. So the two correct the current and the future traffic demands. Then the demand forecasting is also the key point, key methodologies for the public transport plannings. The general methodologies are classified into the first one, to simple catchment-based demand estimations around the stations and the bus stops. In the last 5th sessions by Mr. Yamada, and the similar approach was introduced. But the methodology is a little bit different from the Japanese one. And the second one is to analyze the using the actual public transport ridership and OD data. And the third one is to survey on current travel behavior and stated preferences. And the fourth one is to analyze the person trip survey using the four-step demand forecasting method. This is called as a general methodology for the demand forecasting. However, it need to be said that this methodology is not so popularly used in terms of the local public transport plannings, including their according to some their constraint or some issues. Then their applicable field, applicable situations also can be summarized into the right part, right column of this table, so that it is better to as a references. And then there are simple catchment based demand estimations around the station and the bus stops is already explained in several times. However, this is showing there again. This page is showed again. Then according to the daily ridership informations, which station, how many passengers, how many ridership is recorded will be collected. Then in this case, then for the area, the catchment area is divided into the northern part and the southern part, and according to this categories, so the trend in terms of the population ridership versus the populations within the catchment area seems to be different. So the new stations, there are 2 additional stations is proposed. Then one is the northern side and 2 is the southern side. Then the population size, estimated population size can be classified into this pair point for new station 1 and the new station 2. Then according to the station catchment area populations and the boarding passengers information is collected. Then according to these informations, then the estimated riderships for the new stations will be estimated. Then if the increased marginal passenger demand is reasonable according to the development cost of the new stations is verified or not verified, and the policy decision making process, then cost benefit analysis was conducted, will be conducted, and whether the new station will be developed or not will be determined. Then the second one is analyzing the using actual public transport riderships and the OD data. If these methodologies can be applicable for the conducting the preliminary assessment for the route plannings, which might be the reasonable in terms of the LPTRP in your countries. And sometimes the station to station or stops to stop ridership data are available. That this methodology can be utilized. It means if they don't have the passenger demand information in detail per route, there is no problem. So that if you can conduct the boardings and alighting survey per route, and the similar methodology can be implemented. For example, you can see that this figure, and among this corridor, there are 4 jeepney route will be there, and in the most part, including the section 1, section 2, section 3, then the multiple route is overlapped, and the congestings and the congestions by the smaller public transport fleets can be seen. Then from this information, for example, in some route, and how many passengers on board, and the boat and alight, and how many passengers is on board in the public transport vehicles will be estimated. And according to this result by section, how many passenger demand be there can be estimated. From this information to fulfill the estimated passenger demand per corridor. Yes, this corridor can be the public transport vehicles can be replaced by the such larger public transport vehicles like this. So that this is called as analyzing the utilizing the route planning, utilizing the public transport ridership. And sometimes if the modal shift, for example, some the traffic demand by their motorcycle or motorcycle taxi also estimated according to along this corridor, and the modal shift by their introducing the such large public transport buses can be expected. The modal shift from the other modes also can be included for the potential passenger demand. So for the such kind of route planning, utilizing the ridership data by the actual public transport and other private mode demands, then such kind of methodology also can be estimated. In this their methodologies, so the household person trip survey data is not necessarily needs. So they're simple, they're simplified survey. So the similar exercises also can be conducted. Then the third one is the surveys on current travel behavior and stated preferences. But this methodology is applicable for the route plannings for some limited area, and there is a less impact on other travel modes. Then this methodology is used for to study the demand analysis of the new public transport route, which is estimated from the current travel behavior and stated preferences. And the last meetings about the public transport route planning manuals, someone mentioned about the community buses, which is introduced for the low population area, which is not so financially profitable. However, there is the specific needs from the local communities. In that cases, then some stated preferences survey was conducted for the citizens. Yes, then this page showing just an example of the questions our city is considering a new public transportations to improve the convenience in the area, and however the environment where the resident can travel conveniently. We would therefore like to ask you about such kind of community bus, and if the community bus service was introduced, what places or facility would you like to make your travel more convenient? And second one is to asking what kind of if the willingness to use such kind of public transport service. And the third one is what kind of service aspect are you prioritize will be asked. And this methodology is might not be applicable for your countries, especially for the Metro Manila. There is so many passenger demand. However, how to control, how to manage such kind of service is with a focal point. So, however, as the planning exercise, so I would like you to remind there is such kind of methodologies. Then this is just a case of the example of community bus in Japan, and this is my home, Tsuka-san's hometown, Hiratsuka cities. There is some shuttle bus service, which the city government has outsourced the operation to the private operators X workplaces of Mr. Otsuka. And the bus operators will operate the major hospitals and especially for the elderly peoples. And the city announced that if the city's expenses per total cost exceeds 75%, then the city will stop this service. So citizens shall use the public transport service more actively to maintain the service.